Hi, my name is Christy Deeds, and I am going to discuss the notable book that I chose, which is called Goodnight Owl by Greg Pizzoli, and it's also illustrated by Greg Pizzoli. I think that this is a great book for children. It has illustrations that are really cute for children. It's very colorful. It has kind of simplistic looking owl and the mouse with their stick legs and things that would be more suitable for a child. It does outline all of the pictures, and they are very detailed in the expressions that they have, and also in the pictures of the actual uh, destruction of the house. I really like that it starts out with the owl here, and the owl is seems to be happy and ready to rest and sleep well. But as the plot begins to start in the story, the owl cannot rest because it keeps hearing this squeak and it can't figure out where this noise is coming from. So as the story progresses, it begins to get up and look around the house and try to figure out where this sound is coming from. The owl um, begins to take apart the house when it thinks that it hears the sound in a specific area. I really like how the author really shows, as you can see, how the floor is being taken apart. You can see the nails there, so he really pays attention to details in this story. As the owl tries to go back to sleep and then he hears the noise again, he is very he shows the way the feelings of the owl quite well. As you can see, the symbols and the pictures and the feathers around the owl, and you can see that the owl with his eyebrows is beginning to get quite upset. I think that children would really be able to understand this, that it's kind of they can look at the pictures and understand the way that the story is going without actually even reading the book, just by doing that. As the story progresses, you see that the owl begins to just be really frustrated and become angry as he destroys the house so quickly that he's just throwing shingles off and smoke is starting to happen. You even see the owl, I like right here, where he's running angrily with his axe or his hammer ready to destroy things. As the story goes on, you see the owl has lines around his eyes to signify that he's tired and sleepy and unable to rest due to just trying to figure out where the sound is coming from. Later on in the story, he gets even more upset, and I love the full page picture of him just flailing his wings and just being really angry with his facial expressions. As the story progresses through the plot, it begins to get uh, more and more animated into what happens. And here we have like a full two-page destruction of the owl, and that kind of shows that the owl is so frustrated and angry that he's kind of beyond angry to where maybe children can begin to understand with their teachers' help that we reach a point where we're so angry that we just act, we react, and we don't even take into consideration what we're doing, how we're doing it, or why we're doing it. We just explode and just go. And children certainly can understand that if that's pointed out to by their teacher. As you get to the end of the plot, the bird finally realizes that it is a mouse that is causing these noises. And then I love, it's quite interesting that they end with the owl and the mouse sleeping together, and they're out under the stars, as you could see, and have the trees around, which would really show the children what happened. Now, I think that this story could really be adapted and used to show the children through maybe cutouts that they can put on a magnet board. As the teacher reads the story, they can go up and add the different parts. And then you could even have the children come and even change the facial expressions of the owl, and even go through and allow the children to begin to destroy the house and then have the total destruction. And then the teacher could go and stop at each point of that as the owl gets more and more frustrated, and use that to help the children to see the feelings and emotions and then the actions and reactions because of that. That would be a good teaching tool to help children to understand how they can try to control themselves, and then if they start to get out of control, they can ask for help. I think this is a great storybook, Good Night Owl by Greg Pizzoli. He is a notable award winner, and I think that this is a great book for children. and it even has a good message for adults as well. So I think this is a good book to add to your arsenal of things that you're going to be teaching your children. Once again, my name is Christy Deeds, and I am doing a notable award book, Goodnight Owl, by Greg Pizzoli. Thank you.